Hey everyone, and today we are going to talk about two companies that seem to have a good potential ahead based on their recent filings. So, the first one is a global creative tech leader that just saw a massive block deal and a sharp rebound in profits, and the second one is an energy storage solutions company that has bagged a large multi year project ensuring a steady recurring revenue. And together, these moves highlight how India is growing in media and entertainment sector and renewable energy transition are creating huge opportunities for investors. So, welcome to another episode of Noisemaker, where we keep things simple and talk about companies that may not always come in the spotlight but have a strong potential for future. I am Sejal Agrawal, equity research analyst at Desvelado Advisory, and today we'll be talking about two companies that are making solid progress in their business, and if current trends remain, they might keep growing even further. But before that, here is a quick look at the disclaimer. So, any discussion, facts, or writings provided here are for informational purposes only and do not constitute any buy or sell recommendation. So, please conduct your own due diligence before making any investment decision. Now, let's move to the first company, Prime Focus Limited. It is a global post-production and VFX powerhouse serving clients across 18 cities, 5 continents. Now, the company was in news recently after the block deals worth 148.6 crores were executed on September 5th, 2025 at an average price of 142.5 per share. And notable investors like Singularity Large Value Funds, Uptal H. Seth, Ramesh Damani, and others, they participated in this, which also signals strong confidence in company's prospects. And this comes right after a sharp financial turnaround where its PAT surged 151.8% year on year to 61.8 crores, while net profit grew 25.8% year on year to record 1023 crores, and operating profit to interest coverage also improved to 2.1 times, showing a stronger balance sheet. Now, with global media and entertainment industry projected to hit US dollar 3.5 trillion by 2029 and India set to become third largest market by 2028, Prime Focus seems very well positioned to capture this growth. And now to dig deeper into how the company is performing, let's bring in Dipali. So Dipali, can you tell us how has Prime Focus done financially in FY25?
Thanks, Sejal. Financially, Prime Focus has delivered a strong comeback in FY25. Revenue grew 25.8% year on year to 1023 crore, supported by a strong execution in VFX, 3D conversion, and digital services. Profitability saw a sharp rebound with PAT of 151.8% year on year to 61.8 crore, one of its best performance in recent years. Margins also improved on the back of better utilization of global delivery centers and cost optimization efforts, reflecting that the turnaround is operationally sound. So, overall, Prime Focus has put behind a tough phase and is now scaling up again with stronger fundamentals. Now, let me ask you, Sejal, what's Prime Focus' broader growth strategy for going forward?
Great question, Dipali. I think the company is preparing for its next leg of growth with three key focus areas. AI-led innovation, where its product suite like Brahma is designed to automate and speed up the VFX production, which is significantly improving the margins as well. Second is a strengthening the DNEG's global partnership. DNEG is the company award-winning subsidiary which just won its 8th Oscar for Best VFX in Dune Part 2, which enhances its positioning among global studios. And the third one is expanding tech-enabled services. Now, its platform PFT, it helps to manage, store, distribute the media content for clients, creating recurring high-margin revenue streams. And on top of that, Prime Focus is exploring selective equity and debt options to fund the growth, unlock the value, and improve the stock liquidity, which should attract more institutional investors going forward. But Dipali, given all these growth drivers, how do you think that Prime Focus is positioned in the global M&E space?
That's a very good point, Sejal. I would say Prime Focus is very well positioned. The strong comeback in profitability combined with marquee investor participation, given its financial strength and market credibility. Its global presence and AI-led strategy, meaning it's not just playing defense, it's preparing to lead in the next wave of digital content creation. With India's M&D market set to become the world's third largest, Prime Focus could benefit both from domestic demand and rising exports of digital content services. So overall, it's shaping up a strong proxy play on India's content and entertainment growth story.
Okay, well said, Dipali. Now let's move to the second company, Prostrem Info Systems Limited, which specializes in battery energy storage system and power conditioning solutions. Now, the company has just secured a major order win, a 150 megawatt, 300 megawatt hour BESS project from Karnataka Power Transmission Corporation Limited on a 12-year build, own, operate model. Now, which generates 45.7 crores in steady rental income every year for the company, which nearly makes about 13% of FY25 revenue. Additionally, Prostam is setting up a 1.2 gigawatt BESS facility in Jhajjar, Haryana, expected to commission by end of FY26, which will add over 548 crores in annuity revenues over the contract terms. And this combination of project wins and capacity expansion ensures strong revenue visibility for years to come. So, Dipali, how has Prostam performed financially in FY25?
Financially, Prostram had a strong FY25 revenue grew 36% year on year to 350.6 crore, supported by growth in manufactured power solution and value-added services. EBITDA rose to 45.5 crore with margins at 12.9% and net profit stood at 28.8 crore, maintaining a healthy 8.2% net margin despite scaling cost. So the financials are moving in the right direction, though the near-term focus will be on sustaining margins while ramping up execution. Now, let me ask you, Sejal, how is Prostam planning to build on this momentum and scale its business further?
Great question, Dipali. I think Prostam's roadmap is very clear. They need to secure more utility-based BESS projects because the government pushes for renewable grid integration. They need to expand internationally into Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Africa, Middle East to reduce the reliance on domestic market. And they need to grow high margin recurring revenues from AMCs and rental services, which already contributed over 4.5% to operations in FY24. And together, all these initiatives will make the revenue more predictable and it will also create a strong platform for growth over the next 3 to 5 years. So, Dipali, what do you think about both the companies at the end?
Both Prime Focus and ProStram are clearly at exciting turning points. One is riding the global content and AI-led entertainment boom, while the other is building a strong recurring revenue base in India's fast-growing energy storage market. If both companies execute their plans well, they could scale meaningfully over the next few years and deliver strong value for their shareholders.
Thanks a lot, Dipali. All of this information really helped us to understand where these companies are headed now. So, now let's take a quick look at how some of our previous picks have performed. So, Sangvi Movers Limited, it rose from 283.337.8 with a gain of 19.4%. Then we have Datamatics Global Services Limited to 976.9, showing a decline of 5.6%. Transrail Lightning Limited, it moved from 731.9 to 767.2 with a gain of 4.8%. Next is VST Tillers Tractors Limited, it rose from 4575.2 to 5279.5 with a gain of 15.4%. And Access Gates Technologies Limited, it increased from 1283.5 to 1466 with a gain of 14.2%. So overall, a pretty good mix of gains, and we'll continue to monitor all these companies closely to see how they shape in the coming quarters. And here is the QR through which you can access all the previous picks which we covered recently. And now let's move to the summary of companies which we included in today's Noisemaker. Prime Focus Limited, on September 5, 2025, it had block deals worth 148.6 crores and they were executed in the company with 1.02 crore shares traded at an average price of 142.5 per share. Prostram Info Systems Limited has recently received an order from Karnataka Power Transmission Corporation Limited to set up a 150 megawatt to 300 megawatt per hour battery energy storage system at Doni substation on a 12-year build-own-operate model. So that's it for today's edition of Noisemaker, and if you found this breakdown informative, you can scan the QR code to read the full report, and we'll be back soon with more simple and clear market updates. Until then, stay curious, stay ahead, and stay informed.